Whenever my friendly neighborhood luthier, Marshall Bernay, gives me a call and says, hey, I have an idea for a video, I pretty much always say yes. So today, Marshall gave me a call and said, come in, I have a nice project. Marshall, what are we doing today?
So I wanted to see the difference between what a bad setup looks like on a guitar and a good setup looks like on a guitar.
Very important.
Yes. We've talked about this in the past, that Yamaha that I set up to within an inch of its life.
$300 Yamaha played like a dream guitar because he set it up so well.
And so I've got this guitar, about a $20,000 guitar, needs a setup very badly, needs a refret. And so this is about the biggest thing shy of a new fingerboard you can get to changing the setup.
Okay, can I see it?
Absolutely.
Beautiful guitar. Totally beautiful guitar.
1960 Manuel Velazquez. He's the forefather to modern lutherie in America.
As we learned in my previous videos with Marshall, the playability is the most important thing about a guitar. So even if you have the best guitar in the world, if it's not set up well, meaning that it's hard to play, that maybe the strings are too high, causing too much tension to push down each note, it's not going to be an enjoyable experience.
And it could also go the opposite way, where it may be too easy to play, where you can't get a clean note out of it.
Maybe let's just hear a little bit of it, and I'll see how it's playing, and then we can send it to the shop, and to your shop, and then see what happens.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
No.
Okay, so basically we have an incredibly buzzy guitar. So the treble strings aren't so bad, but the basses are just rattling on top of the frets because the setup is too low, actually. So it's actually very easy to play, but it's not really going to work.
Right. You know, if you are a flamenco player, this may be exactly what you want because each note is equally rattly. But as your average classical player, or, you know, classical educated music player, this isn't what you want. You want something clean that you can push.
Yes, buzz is not really part of the music in classical guitar, but there are other styles, and even lute styles as well that use some buzz here. But this, it's not going to work, for me at least. Let me try to play a piece on it and see if it's going to work at all. So, you know what's amazing is that despite the buzz, which is intolerable, right? It's hard to enjoy anything. Despite the buzz, I can hear we have an amazing instrument because when I wasn't distracted by the buzz, I heard the soaring. That's an incredible sound.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite eras of Velazquez.
Huh.
You know, to me, like, if I'm going to spend my money on a Velazquez, this is the era. And I actually own one of this era.
Nice. So, I've rarely heard a guitar sound this cello-like. That is a great sustain.
We call this a lunchtime guitar. So this way you can hit a note, go out to lunch, and come back, and it's still running.
Okay, so we have an amazing instrument. It needs a setup. I think it's we should fix it up and then play it again.
I will give it to my elves, and my elves will do a lot of work.
Okay. Today's video is brought to you by Classical Guitar Pro. That's my brand new online classical guitar course, which is 6 hours, 53 videos. It's a whole curriculum designed to teach you what you would normally learn in the first 6 months to a year of classical guitar lessons. So if you want to learn classical guitar but are stuck, struggling reading music or struggling to learn the techniques, check out classicalguitar-pro.com to learn more. All right, we're back with the Velasquez guitar, which is an amazing instrument we heard, but had all these buzzy problems. After a great setup by the Brunei workshop, the instrument has new strings and a completely different angle of all the strings. Let's see how it sounds.
Yeah, let's see how it sounds.
Well, right off the bat, that was the biggest problem, right? I couldn't even play the slow E, let alone drive it hard without some serious rattle. So that already makes it better.
Absolutely.
Wow. It's like a new guitar.
It really is. You know, one thing that you probably are noticing is that there's a lot more sustain, and then there's this cohesiveness across the strings.
That's the biggest thing, is the uniformity. Before, I found some sweet spots, like up here was singing, and it's still singing beautifully, but then I would go away from that, and then it would get treacherous. But now I can just go anywhere I want, or up high. Everything is uniform. Everything works perfectly.
It really is. And as a player, how does it feel?
Buttery smooth. I mean, before the action was lower, right? So actually it was easier to play. So the thing is, it's always a game, and it's a game of compromise. That's the thing about actions, about the height of the strings above the fretboard, is the lower it is, the easier it is to play. But there has to be a minimum height above the strings, otherwise you get this crazy buzzy rattly sound. So if you want a clean sound, you need at least enough height. So you have to do a little bit of work, but this is like the ideal balance. It's low enough to be easy for our hard chords, our bar chords, F sharp major, B major, but super comfortable. It's like an amazing reliable instrument now.
It is. This is a guitar that went from something that I love to listen to, but would never pick up, to something where I'd be tempted to keep this one for myself.
Yeah, this is a keeper for sure. This is like a lifetime guitar. Why don't we hear, I think I did a little bit of that, the Lobos prelude, testing out the basses. Maybe we can hear the difference. I think what was really cool before is that I could perceive the greatness in the guitar, the potential of the instrument. I mean, I'm holding something amazing, but again, the playability was preventing it from doing what it does, being the reliable tool, and now we just have a golden instrument.
Exactly. It went from an art piece to something that you can use forever.
I hope this video serves as the perfect demonstration of the importance of a good setup. So as always, if you are someone playing guitar and you find your instrument, whether it's an electric guitar, acoustic, flamenco, classical, whatever it may be, and if it's too difficult to play, don't hesitate to take it into someone like a Marshall, a luthier, a guitar repair shop to get set up, because for a relatively cheap price, you can really change years and years of playing your instrument in terms of how it feels, and therefore how much you want to play it. You know, if it fights you, you don't actually want to play it.
Yeah, most of the time it's cheaper than a new guitar.
Exactly. And I think probably people are buying new guitars because they think they have a bad one, but they just need to set up.
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah. So don't do that. Find a Marshall. Okay, and Marshall, I believe you have a promo going on?
Absolutely. Use promo code Brandon at my website to get $500 off of a new commission.
If you're in the area, please do stop in. And Marshall's always a super kind host if you want to play these amazing guitars.
Thanks a bunch, Brandon.
All right, see you next time. Thank you for watching. I have lots of resources out there, educational resources, if you want to learn how to improve your guitar playing. The first is my online music school, Arpeggiato. That's a place where you can have one-on-one lessons on Zoom with my expert teachers. These are colleagues, friends of mine who I think are fantastic and can help you learn a plucked instrument. Then I have online courses like classicalguitarpro.com, where you can do a self-paced course at home This course takes you from knowing nothing all the way to playing recitals. Lastly, if you want extra guitar tips and want to support my YouTube channel, the best way is to check out my Patreon. Like I said, there you get lots of perks. You can even have a lesson with me and directly support the work that I do. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.